Welcome directly to today's deep dive on evaluating AI agents. When you buy a car, you might just kick the tires, hear a solid thud, and say, well, looks good.
Right, and for a long time, developers have treated AI agents in the exact same way.
Yeah, you type in a prompt, get a decent response, and just ship it. But kicking the tires doesn't really help when, a harmless prompt tweak quietly breaks your customer service bot.
Oh, absolutely. And then you wake up at 3 a.m. because it's hallucinating massive refunds to thousands of users.
Yeah, exactly. So our mission today is exploring how developers can transition from that ad hoc shrug of, is this AI any good, to building an automated, rigorous gate, basically moving from kicking the tires to building a fully automated factory safety inspection line.
Which is a huge leap. To build that inspection line, you really have to understand the shift from just having evaluation scripts to having an actual evaluation practice.
Right, and the sources call the core of this practice a capstone suite.
Yes, the capstone suite. Instead of just looking at the final outcome, it runs data sets through 3 different lenses simultaneously.
3 lenses. So we're talking about deterministic checks, an AI judge, and trajectory scoring.
Spot on. So first, the deterministic checks. This isn't asking the AI, is this good? It's using rigid string matching.
Right.
Like, did the agent include a required ID number or a specific policy link?
Right. Simple pass or fail.
Exactly. Next is the AI judge. That's where a stronger model evaluates the response for, well, soft qualities like tone or conciseness. And finally, trajectory scoring.
Wait, I want to pause on trajectory scoring because that sounds really abstract. How does it actually score a trajectory?
I mean, it looks at the AI's internal scratchpad.
Like the show your work face?
Yes, exactly. It evaluates the intermediate steps. So if the AI reached the correct final answer but tried to query a deprecated database 3 times along the way,
Oh, wow.
yeah, the trajectory score flags that hidden inefficiency. So it didn't just stumble into the right answer using flawed logic.
Okay, so if I wire this capstone suite into a CI regression gate, I can set strict thresholds, right?
You can.
Like, say my build automatically fails. If the AI judge score dips below 3.5 out of 5, or if the trajectory shows a loop rate over 10%, is the ultimate goal there just to make regressions loud while they're still in the pull request phase?
Yes, because that is where they are incredibly cheap to fix. It acts as this unyielding guardrail before anything reaches production.
Right.
But, we have to remember, passing that CI gate is just passing a controlled lab test.
Because the real world is way messier.
So much messier. You need a dual approach, offline and online evaluations. Offline evals are the lab. It's the fixed data sets proving a change is safe to ship. Online evals are the field, real production traffic.
But without a gold standard answer key live, you have to rely on proxy signals, right? Like tool error rates, looping, user thumbs downs, latency.
Exactly. You use proxies.
But let me push back on that. If live monitoring relies purely on indirect proxy signals, aren't developers sort of flying blind once the agent is out in the wild?
You hit the exact friction point.
Like, what if the user is just furious for the company's return policy and they take it out on the chatbot with a thumbs down?
Yeah, you don't know for sure. And staring too closely at those proxy metrics introduces a massive psychological trap.
Goodhart's law.
Goodhart's law, right. When a measure becomes a target, it stops being a good measure. Developers will unconsciously optimize the suite instead of the agent.
Like padding the agent's answers with extra fluff, just because the AI judge happens to reward higher word counts.
Exactly, even if the actual user experience
It's
suffers.
like a student memorizing a practice test. I mean, they ace the exam but completely fail the actual class.
That is a perfect analogy. So to counteract this, you have to use holdout data sets. And more importantly, you have to keep rotating fresh, messy production cases back into your offline tests.
Right, keep the target moving. But even then, a perfectly green suite just means, well, no known regressions.
Yeah, it never means 100% safe. A catastrophic 1 in 10,000 failure won't show up in a 50-case test set.
But it will definitely cause an incident in the wild.
Oh, for sure. Which is why building this is a maturity ladder. You start small, maybe just 5 deterministic cases. Then you build up to the CI gate.
And then you close the loop by feeding those real-world production surprises back into the offline dataset.
Exactly.
Well, as these evaluation practices mature, here's a thought for you to mull over. If an AI is eventually used to write and update its own test cases to save time, how do we prevent the AI from quietly lowering the grading rubric just to make its own job easier? Something to explore the next time you're testing a new prompt.